Funeral arrangements are pending for reality star Beth Chapman, who died yesterday. Chapman starred on Dog the Bounty Hunter along with her husband, Dwayne. Hawaii News Now is reporting services will take place in both Hawaii and Colorado, and that her wishes were for her body to be cremated, and that's something she evidently made clear to her family. This story sadly opens the door to discuss the importance of estate planning, and today's topic is just that in our La Vegas Now segment with Eric Palacio and Associates, and we're joined today by Giovanni Alonso. Thanks so much for being here today again.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about estate planning. Why is it so important?
It's very important for reasons such as this. If there's no estate planning, there's no wishes that are recorded. Sometimes the court has to determine who your rightful heir is. Sometimes if there is no estate planning, you end up having to give away your property that maybe you didn't want to in the first place in a certain way.
Right.
The court has to determine who the legal heir is, and in those cases, for example, such as in Beth's situation, if she didn't have a will, such as Prince or any of those big stars, sometimes there's a lot of money and a lot of heartache.
Yeah, and that's the sad part, is then it turns into a fight with
Correct.
loved ones, and nobody wants that.
And that's the last thing you want
Yeah.
after dealing with such a loss. You
Right.
don't want to deal with people fighting over the inheritance or what is to be done with your property.
Estate planning, it can include a trust, it can include a will. What is the difference between the two?
Well, the difference between the two is a will is pretty much letting the court know, okay, this is what I want you to do with my property after death. Trust is good because it allows the person to at least administer their estate during life and after death. So in certain cases, for example, such as Beth, if she went into a coma, she could have left her property to be administered by somebody else while she was incapacitated and even after death. So the trust, it helps in a certain way that it allows people to administer whatever they have in various ways.
Yeah, and it allows for the family to, or the deceased, to give the family a way to protect assets.
That's correct. A trust also protects assets because you're giving away, you're not giving away your property, but you're putting it into, let's say, a box, an account. You're putting it could be your house, your accounts, your investments, and you're managing it sometimes by yourself, sometimes by somebody else, but at least you've put conditions and you put what you want to happen with that property in the event of your passing, or in case of Beth, in your incapacity.
And you don't have to be well off to go through an estate planning, which shouldn't take that long, actually, right?
That's correct. A lot of people think that estate planning is only for the very wealthy, but that's not the case. You can have, a very small account, but you want it to be administered in a certain way. For example, you might have children that are not very good at handling their money, or that if they receive a large sum of money, that they might be wasting it away in a certain manner that you did not approve. So you could put certain conditions. You could put, I don't want them to receive that money until they turn 21 or until they graduate from college. So at least it allows you to manage and keep a peace of mind in the event of your passing.
All right, Giovanni, thanks so much. Appreciate your time. For more information, you can give Eric Palacios and Associates a call at that number or visit their website.